Barry McGuigan said that there was no rematch clause in the contract for the Carl Frampton Leo Santa Cruz fight. But according to Jose Santa Cruz, the father of Leo, he says that this is not true. And in fact, there is a rematch clause, according to him. He said that his son spoke to Al Heyman, who is the advisor to both parties, and Al Heyman told him there is a rematch clause, and they intend to exercise that rematch clause, and it is an immediate rematch clause. So if this is true, Frampton won't have the option to go fight anybody that he's been talking about, Lee Selby, etc. He will have to face Santa Cruz again. Now, the first thing which strikes me about this story is how in the world didn't Team Santa Cruz know whether there was a rematch clause or not before the fight? Particularly the dad, Jose Santa Cruz, because he don't have to worry about fighting. So he's supposed to be talking to the lawyers and everybody, and he's supposed to know these things. Never mind before the fight, he's supposed to know these things before the contracts are even signed. So that looks like some pretty worrying behavior from Team Santa Cruz. It looks like they're not on top of their business the way they're supposed to be. He's supposed to know about these things. Anyway, if there really is a rematch, then I guess people are going to get a fight which many people want to see, because the first fight was a good fight. It was, in my opinion, a close fight. I certainly think the judges had it too wide. Two of the judges anyway. And I'd definitely be interested in watching it again. No question. It was a good fight first time around. In terms of where the fight is going to happen, again, this is an area where Team Santa Cruz were not on top of their business the way they should have been. Leo Santa Cruz gave Carl Frampton a shot voluntarily. He wasn't mandatory or anything like that. If you're going to give somebody a voluntary shot, why in the world wouldn't you fight in your hometown? Why wouldn't you fight somewhere? Because Leo Santa Cruz is Mexican. I'm not sure if he's Mexican American or if he's Mexican born. But either way, if he's going to fight in the United States, then you want to fight in one of the states where there's a lot of Mexicans, wouldn't you? Isn't that the logical thing to do? Perhaps at the negotiating table, the only way they could get Carl Frampton to sign a fight was to compromise and fight on the East Coast rather than the West Coast. I don't know. But that seems like a strange decision to me. The point I'm moving on to make here is, if this rematch takes place, Carl Frampton is now the champion, and therefore I would imagine he would get to call the shots in terms of where this fight is going to happen. Leo Santa Cruz has been talking about having a fight in LA or fighting again in New York. Let me tell you something. If Carl Frampton has any type of say about where the rematch is going to take place, forget about it happening in the United States. That fight is going to happen in Ireland. So Mr. Santa Cruz and his team better get ready to travel a long, long way to Ireland, because that's almost certainly where the fight will happen if Carl Frampton has whatever provisions in the rematch clause whereby he can pick the venue and what have you, the location of the rematch. So let me know what you think about this news, people. Are you looking forward to a rematch? Would you rather see Carl Frampton fight somebody else? Would you rather see Leo Santa Cruz fight somebody else? Let me know how you feel. And how do you think the rematch will go? I mean, in Ireland, you have to imagine, if the fight is there, you have to imagine that Carl Frampton's going to be even more comfortable. And Leo Santa Cruz would be even more uncomfortable if he thought that the crowd was extremely pro-Frampton in New York. It's going to be pro-Frampton tenfold in Ireland. So, yeah. This is probably one of the worst moves that's been made by a fighter in terms of a voluntary defense. since Amir Khan fought Lamont Peterson in Washington, D.C. I mean, it's honorable, don't get it twisted, voluntarily going to the other guy's backyard. But from a business point of view, and when you're dealing with the the biases that can occur in terms of officiating and officiating and judging and all that type of stuff, Santa Cruz was saying that he thinks the judges may have been influenced by the crowd. The crowd would cheer every time Frampton landed a punch. Well, if he believes that, then that's exactly the point I'm making here. For a voluntary defense, you want to be somewhere where the crowd are going to be cheering you every time you land a punch, not the other guy. So you want to be somewhere where all your fanatical supporters are going to be. So, Santa Cruz and his team seriously dropped the ball having a fight on the East Coast of America where there's a big Irish community. And now in a rematch, it's going to be even worse for them. So, whatever the case is, I look forward to the rematch. First fight was good. Second fight, I hope will be even better. We'll see. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below, people. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.